everybody. My name is Tricia.
And my name is Brennan. I am Tricia's son.
We are starting a new travel channel on YouTube. One, because we have some amazing memories over the last 30 years traveling together.
Of
We do
course.
some really great, amazing vacations. And we've decided to bring that to you guys
Yep.
with some amazing travel discounts or group rates, if you will, on some cruises. And we wanted to talk about the first one coming up. And the reason we're in Alaska outfit and Florida outfit is I forgot to tell Brennan that I was still in my Alaska vibe mode.
I
So
didn't get the memo,
didn't get
so
the memo for
I'm
that.
in Florida mode today and she's in Alaska mode. It's probably a high of 90s today, so
Yeah,
no
when we
beanie for me, no sweatshirt, but that's
yes,
okay.
but anyway, I'm still channeling my Alaska vibe. So
Yep.
we just got home from an Alaska group cruise.
Yep.
We had an amazing time. About 40 people were on this particular cruise.
It was great. It was northbound from Vancouver and we ended in Seward, spent some time before and some time after on land.
Yes.
Really amazing vacation.
Yes, which
Yeah.
I think is great. I think you do need to combine land
100%.
and sea. It just gives you a better feel of what Alaska has to offer.
I agree.
So we had a great
Yep.
time.
It was amazing. It was my first time in Alaska. Mom has been a couple times, but it's incredible.
Yeah,
It
it was
really
my
is.
third time. And that's a great way to explain. We are going to start yearly an Alaskan group cruise and sometimes maybe multiples in a row because so many people love Alaska. We had one couple with us that this was their 13th time going to
Yep.
Alaska. So, and
I
it was
think it's
my
safe to
third.
say that they love Alaska.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I used to like think people were crazy when they said they went to Alaska multiple times because why? But now I get it. It's pretty incredible, and there's no way to describe it.
Yeah.
So we just want to give you a little information. One, about what we just did, and then two, what we have coming up on this next cruise. So saw some great things. You're going to see whales. We saw humpbacks
Yep.
and orcas. We saw sea lions, sea otters, which are just adorable.
Eagles, of course.
Lots of
Lots of
eagles,
eagles. Yeah.
um, all kinds of wildlife. I'm still yet to see a bear or a moose,
A
which is
boose.
a moose.
I don't know if anybody's ever seen one of
I
those, but
doubt it. But anyway, that is still on my list. So we'll see. Every time we go, we hear people that are like, "Oh, we were walking down the street in Juneau and we saw a bear," or "We
yeah.
went to the Tim Hortons and we saw a bear and a moose in the
Yep.
parking lot."
That
And
didn't happen to us,
no,
but
and
that's
we
okay.
drove around a lot,
We
so
did.
we did explore. So we just still haven't seen one. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm hoping on my fourth trip that the fourth time's the charm, and
There
I'll
you
get
go.
to see some.
There you go. Hope
So
so.
yeah, me
Yeah.
too. So the next cruise that we're going on is going to be on the Celebrity Edge, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to be leaving Seattle on August the 14th, 2026. Again, we have some great rates, all kinds of different types of cabins. The ship is amazing. You want to speak to
If you've been on the Edge class, did the Beyond to the Caribbean, which is completely different, of course, but the ship itself is incredible. We just did the Summit to Alaska, which is a great ship as well, but it's completely different. The Edge
yeah,
class ships are just really top notch,
they're my
amazing.
favorite ocean
100%.
ships for
Yeah.
sure.
We've done the Oasis class, we've done all types of cruise classes. I think we've done every Oasis class
We
ship.
have. Yes,
They're
we have.
great. They're huge. There's a lot to do, but
It's a different vibe.
it
It's
is.
a
It
it's a
is
different
100%.
vibe on the edge. Great, fantastic shows,
Yep.
great entertainment, food. Great food is fantastic.
The main dining rooms are awesome on the Edge class too because you have four options.
Right,
So it's not that you're limited to one main dining room. I
every
think
night.
that's really
Yeah, you can
nice.
hop around, and then the specialty dining on the Edge class ships is
Really
amazing.
elevated.
Like
Yeah.
fine cut steaks, sushi on five, different things. So it's a really great ship. So I'm
100%
super excited to be taking that next year to Alaska. So after we leave Seattle, the first port that we go to
is going
is
to be Ketchikan,
yes,
which is incredible. Creek Street, I feel like, is what most people know when they think of Ketchikan,
of course.
and for good reason. It's
Yes,
beautiful.
great.
We were just there on our cruise on the Summit, and unfortunately, the salmon run wasn't going at the time. But I know that's a big thing for Creek
Okay.
Street. I don't know what time of the year. Do you know
No,
specifically?
no, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I don't.
Yeah. No.
But hopefully we'll catch it this time in August because I've been September, May, and June and have not seen it
Okay.
so far.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that.
Yeah. Creek Street is really beautiful. A lot of great food options in Ketchikan.
Yes.
Specifically, the Alaska Fish House was incredible. It's
Yes.
not gonna be your traditional fish and chip. It's kind of like a panko battered fish and chip,
Mm.
but incredible.
Halibut.
Halibut, yes, 100%.
We'll talk a little bit more about the halibut in Alaska, but yeah.
Yeah,
And be prepared though. You will wait in a long line
absolutely.
at the Alaska Fish House, but it is
Worth
definitely
it.
worth it.
We
Um,
probably waited a solid 30 minutes, if not longer,
yeah, maybe
for some
longer.
fish. Yeah.
It was fine. The time passes fine,
Yeah,
but you just want to be really cognizant of that because you're not just going to walk right in
yeah,
unless you get lucky.
but it's worth the wait.
It's right next to the lumberjack show,
Yep,
and so when that gets out, everybody goes over to eat at the Alaska Fish House. So
of
you want to be
course.
careful about that,
Yeah.
but well worth it.
Yeah, but Ketchikan, I mean, it's nice to kind of, I think we walked around the town there a little bit
Hmm.
more into like the residential areas, even.
We did
There's trails that kind of go out of town.
still along the creek,
Yes.
but the
Yeah.
creek's really pretty
Yeah.
just to go down and walk around the creek.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Great shops there, some really interesting shops, like the
Yes.
Soaring Eagle is a really nice shop.
Yeah.
So take your time, have fun,
Absolutely.
explore. There are also going to be excursions out
Of
of
course.
every port.
We
So
kind of just like to wing it and do our own thing. Besides, I mean, it's some ports, there are excursions, there are some things that you're going to want to do, but also I think that you should always allocate time to just explore the port, in
absolutely.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in touch with the locals, see what it's like, see what it feels like,
Yep.
support the local businesses.
I agree.
It's great, and the Alaskan people are super friendly. So
Definitely.
I agree with you on that.
And then moving on to
The
the
next
next
port, the
day.
next day
Yeah.
is not a port per se, but
It's a
we are
sea
going to
day.
be sailing the Endicott Arm and the Dawes Glacier. The Endicott Arm is a 30-mile long fjord, and then the glacier is at the end.
Yep.
So you'll be able to see icebergs and possibly some calving of the glacier with the ice chunks falling off.
Definitely wildlife.
Harbor, yeah, some harbor seals are popular around that area, mountain goats. So it'll be a beautiful day. It's a very relaxing day.
Yeah.
So,
And it's
but
nice to
wonderful to
break
take
up your
advantage.
port
It is
days, kind of
100%.
relax on the ship, hang
Um,
out by
bec-
the pool if you want. I mean, we did on our sea days. We weren't in the pool, but it's
no,
nice to go to the upper decks. You get great views up there, have a drink, relax, and look at the beautiful scenery.
yeah, and I think that you're so go 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 when you're on these ports because you
Yes.
don't want to miss out. It's nice that they are broken up a couple of days with different sea days that are just seeing beautiful scenery.
Yep.
So
100%.
very
I agree.
nice,
And then after the Endicott Arm, we will be going to Juneau,
which is the capital.
the capital, and really, really beautiful.
Amazing.
When we were in Juneau on the summit, we rented a car through Turo, which was awesome.
It
Can't
was
recommend
awesome.
that enough. It's
Easy.
basically an Airbnb for vehicles.
Yes.
Super
And
easy, really nice.
nice vehicle.
Nice car. Our guide gave us some information after we went to the Mendenhall Glacier of some local things to check out in Juneau,
Uh-huh.
which was really cool. We ended up in like an abandoned mine,
That was super cool
gold
and
mine.
unexpected. Yes, a
Yes,
gold
yes,
mine
yes.
abandoned. And a lot of the remnants of the buildings
Oh yeah,
and different things were left there with signage to explain what we were seeing. And that was really
yeah.
awesome. So,
And they turned it into a frisbee golf course.
oh,
So if
yeah.
you like frothing, that would be a really cool place to play
It,
frisbee golf.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
had I mean, they didn't have stuff there, so you'd have to have
No,
your own. But
but
it
you
was cool.
absolutely, if that's something that you're into, you could easily bring that with you on your
True.
cruise. It doesn't take up much space at
That's
all.
true.
It
It's
was
a
an
really cool
amazing,
spot.
amazing place.
Right
Yeah.
along the water as well. So
Yeah.
it was a very interesting,
Yeah.
unexpected little
Absolutely.
jaunt for us.
And the glacier there
Wow.
was insane.
It's beautiful.
Mendenhall, I don't know if that was technically a national park. I don't
It
think
is.
so. Is it? Okay.
Well, there's a national park there.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's a national park where the
Okay.
glacier is.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was maybe a 15-minute drive from the port.
Very easy.
And of
Yes.
course, you can take excursions, you can get on a bus, you can go with a group. But if that's your speed, if you like that guided experience, I think that's a really good option. If you kind of like to go at your own speed and check things out, explore, not be with a group of 50 or 60 people
And feel rushed. We
and
didn't
feel
feel
rushed.
rushed. We
Yes.
stayed as long as we wanted.
We really took our time here. So once we got there, go to the visitor center, get checked in, buy your ticket, do whatever you need to do. And then we hiked down to Nugget Falls, which was
Gorgeous.
incredible. It wasn't that bad of a hike
Oh, no,
either. I
not at
don't
all.
think it was strenuous by any
Well,
means.
we saw people with walkers.
Yeah.
So I think that we actually saw somebody pushing a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I feel like that might be a little difficult, but it's possible to be done. So
It's
I feel
possible.
like any mobility is able to go there and do that. It was easy.
I
So I
agree.
mean, it's the first time I've been hiking and seen people on walkers.
Yeah.
So
Same.
it's not hiking like mountains.
No.
It was mostly flat,
And maybe what,
beautiful.
40, 45 minutes. We stopped and we get distracted easily, so
Right.
we stopped at a lot of points, took pictures, took in the view. I would say depending on how quickly you're wanting to get down there, maybe 30 to 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, I would say 30 is going to be
Yeah,
the least that amount of time it's going to take, but it's so pretty. It's
it
hard
is
not
beautiful.
to be distracted and
Yeah.
stop and take your
And
photos.
once you get down to the falls, we spent a lot of time there too.
We did. There were actually
The
two guys swimming.
There were
Crazy.
they got in the water in their full outfits.
Yeah, with no towels or clothes to
Yeah,
change.
yeah, totally crazy. But if that's your thing, you
I
know,
can't imagine how cold it is swimming in water that's coming off a glacier.
no.
I would think that
And
would be
then
cold.
continuing for the rest of the
Yeah,
day in
we saw
your
them
wet
later in
clothes.
Juneau.
We did.
So
Yeah. But they said it was awesome. So if that's your thing, maybe bring a swimsuit or something and get in the water.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Not for me, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna set that one out as well. And the views of the glacier pretty much all over this park were really breathtaking.
Incredible. And
Yeah,
you can get really close.
you can. Absolutely. The Gold Belt Tram was really incredible. It's 1,800 feet up, which is insanely high. The views from up there were amazing.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And this time so I've gone up there before, but this time we actually hiked further up. Brennan went further than the rest of us, but we hiked pretty far
Yeah.
up the hill, up the mountain, and it's gorgeous.
I
It was
made it to the
incredible.
windsock, but even from there, you can go much higher than I went as
Yes.
well. There was a girl, she had like a rucksack on and she was pretty much jogging.
Oh yeah, she was jogging.
And she went, I saw her when I got to the windsock. I saw her continue all the way up, basically into the snow. I don't
Yeah.
know exactly how high you can go, but
But what did we walk 24,000 steps that day?
that was a 12, 13 mile day. Yeah. And I climbed 47 flights. And that hike is definitely more strenuous.
Yes.
From where you get off the tram, continuing up, there's a
Yes.
cross, Father Brown's cross, I
Yes.
believe.
That hike is more strenuous.
For
So
sure.
definitely not for walkers.
You're not going to take a
You've gotta
walker.
be-
You're not going to have a wheelchair.
I think you got to have pretty good cardio to
I mean,
do that.
You
Decent.
you can take your time to get up there, but
But
you're
it's
going
steep.
at a steep incline.
And it's not the best terrain in some spots.
It's a
So,
little sketchy from time
yeah.
to time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely recommend going at least up the Gold Belt Tram. They have a gift shop up there. I think they have a restaurant as well.
They do.
So if you just want to go up, enjoy the views, and not worry about hiking to the top,
Yeah,
you can
it's great.
absolutely
Yeah.
do that.
The other thing, too, and I'm going to get a little off track for just a moment, but this is one cruise that I always eat in the ports. So if I'm in the Caribbean or we're in Europe or whatever, if we're in the Caribbean, we probably don't eat out in the ports. But in
Yeah.
Alaska, you definitely want to take advantage of that. And my favorite spot every year I've eaten there is the hangar.
Yes.
What would you say about the hangar? It was fantastic, right?
It was incredible. I have a lot of food and beverage background, and this place was awesome.
It is
This is going to be your more traditional fish and chip, like a tempura batter, and they were halibut chunks.
Yes.
It's not like a finger or something like you normally see fish. I feel like in the continental, the lower 48, whatever, it's completely different.
Completely different.
it's
Even if you have
fresh.
halibut here, it's not the
It's
same
not
as
the
having
same.
halibut in
No.
Alaska.
We
Um,
had a stew there as well. I think beef stew.
No, it was vegetable soup, remember? But it was just
Vegetable.
celery, I think. Maybe
Okay.
celery and onions. I don't know. And beef. It
And
was
beef. Yeah,
delicious.
I think it was a beef stew.
Yeah.
It was outstanding. Everything that we had there was great. If you like root beer, they had a tap root
Oh,
beer,
yeah.
which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They had a lot of beers on tap as well, local beers and things like that. So the hangar is definitely a place to check out, and the views from the hangar were awesome.
Yeah, because it's right at port.
Yes, and where our ship was located, you had a great view of the ship from there.
Oh yeah, we were looking straight
Yeah.
on to our ship, so
Yeah.
that's really cool. So
Juneau
and
is
Juneau
amazing.
it is, and it's a long day.
Yep.
We probably got on the ship 15 to 20 minutes
Before we took off. Yeah.
before we left.
And we got off first thing in the
Yeah.
morning.
So you will, if you are adventurous, you'll
Yeah.
want to be out and about. It is a long port day, but it's a great port day.
And you'll have a very full day. There's
Very
a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, we would have probably eaten off the ship for dinner as well, but
If we could have.
we didn't have
Yeah.
time because we walked so much, but
Yep.
it was worth it.
Absolutely.
From Juneau, we then go to Skagway, which is one of my favorite ports. We did not go to Skagway on this last one. It was Sitka instead. Sitka's a cute little town, but Skagway is probably one of my... Skagway and Ketchikan are pretty special.
Megan and myself were pretty upset about that, to be honest with you, that we were missing Skagway because we've seen so many amazing things about Skagway.
And I've told Eduardo, and I've told him so much about
Yes.
Skagway. One of my favorite things about Skagway is the Klondike Doughboy, which is where you get the Alaskan fry bread. It sounds silly, but
It does sound silly,
delicious.
but we're really, really upset that we missed that.
Yeah,
so.
and you can't really get it in any of the other ports, and there's always a very long line for that as well. And you have to be careful. You want to make sure that you're not in the order line or the pickup line.
Oh,
if
they
you're
have two
supposed to be in
separate
the other,
lines.
right?
Ah.
It's kind of confusing, but it goes very quickly. It's always fresh and hot, and it's just amazing. I could eat a whole one by myself, but I try to use self-control and share it with Eduardo. So we'll see.
How nice.
Yeah, how nice of me. The other great thing about Skagway is they have the White Pass Yukon Gold Railway, which is an amazing excursion. Whether you book the excursion through the cruise or whether you just get a ticket online on your own, it's very easy. As soon as you walk off the ship, you walk maybe 2 to 3 minutes and you're right there where they're boarding. And you can do it two ways. You can either take it round trip, where it brings you right back down to Skagway, or you can take it one way, which drops where they turn the train around in Canada. They stop and you can get off there and take a bus down. I recommend the round trip because it's an amazing experience and the scenery is breathtaking. You can stand outside on the back of the cars, and
Yep.
I stood outside almost the whole time. I didn't care how cold it was that day with the wind whipping. It's just amazing, and it's something that you definitely have to see. Sorry. Next time you go, you'll be able to do that.
Yep. Still disappointed I don't have any information really to give here about, that experience. But if I was doing it, I 100% would want to do the round trip. I don't
100%.
think that you want to go up to the top, jump off, and
Get on a bus.
get bussed back.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know what the price difference is. Do you think it's drastic?
I don't remember, but I
Okay.
still say that regardless, it's worth it. If
Yeah.
you're taking the trip to Alaska and you maybe are going to be only going one time in your life, just take the round trip on the train. It's
I agree.
incredible. Also, eat in Skagway. We've eaten at the same place every time, but I think that to me, it doesn't, nothing that we've had in Skagway as far as food is something like where I would say it's like the Alaska Fish House or the Hangar, where I'm like, you have to eat there. I think anywhere you eat is all
Yeah.
pretty much the same. And again, I recommend the fish and chips and definitely the halibut. They always have halibut and cod, but halibut in Alaska is really, really good.
And another thing that we haven't touched on, crab.
Crab.
Crab
yes,
is
yes.
huge. in
Crab and
Alaska.
salmon.
It's not my thing.
I'm
not
it.
a fan. My mother enjoys it, but if you like crab, there's going to be many opportunities on this trip. Probably all the ports that
Yeah.
you can get good, fresh
Crab.
Alaskan king crab, Dungeness crab.
Yep. And there's a really great place in Juneau. And truly, you're in Juneau for probably 13, 14 hours. You should have enough time to eat 2 times if you want.
If we would have planned it out better, we
yeah.
definitely could
We
have.
were just too, we
We
were
were
out
go,
hiking
go,
and
go.
stuff too much.
Yes.
So we got on the boat, and the only option left for us was, the ship was to go to the buffet and get something to eat.
Which was
because
fine.
It was fine. It was
Yeah.
fine, but we
Yeah.
would have liked to have taken advantage of eating out. So there's a great crab place in Juneau right down by the tram.
I think they have 2 outlets there as well, actually,
Yes.
that they do the crab out
Yes.
of. I can't remember the name, but
It's you can't
it's the
miss
main
it.
spot
It's
in
got a red
Juneau.
awning.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
From Skagway, then the next day is a sea day, which is just cruising the Inside Passage, which is basically just fjords and beautiful scenery.
You'll probably see some glaciers.
Yes.
It's not going to be massive right in front of you like when you sail up to the Hubbard Glacier or something like that, but you can definitely see them off in the distance,
Correct.
and just the scenery is going to be incredible.
And the air, we haven't talked about the air.
The air,
That's a great, I
the air
mean,
is crisp.
it's crisp. It's
Yeah.
so fresh because it's not polluted like it is in the lower 48. So
Yes.
I know it sounds weird, but you will notice it immediately.
Yep.
And it's just so nice and refreshing. So you
It really
definitely
is.
want to take advantage of that. And
Yep.
those sea days are great days to really take in that pure fresh air. So
And also, like, if you're used to Caribbean cruising or something like that, where you do relax, I feel like most days, like you're taking an excursion to a beach or something, this is nice to break up your port days with a sea day, because
100%.
if you want to get going and you want to be out doing something at every port, you can do it easily. You can hike.
100%.
It's just a different feel to
It
like
is.
a Caribbean cruise.
Yeah.
The sea days are awesome because it's a little break from.
And you can just relax, but then you're just missing out
Of
on
course,
the
yeah.
beauty
If
of
that's what you want to do, if you just want to hang out on the ship, enjoy the scenery, get off, get some food, and get back on the ship, you can absolutely do
of
that.
course.
Nothing wrong with it.
No,
But if you want to hike, if you want to get out and you want to do some strenuous activity, see things up close, you can absolutely do it.
absolutely. And another thing before we go on to the last port of this that I want to point out is, especially with celebrity, they have a naturalist and a historian
Yep.
on the boat. And
Yep.
so the day prior to you being in whatever port, they will do informational lectures
A
in the
lecture on
theater.
vacation, that's something that I never thought would be interesting or that I would want to do, but
But you did.
it's really awesome.
It is
Yeah.
awesome. And
Yeah.
I've learned so much from the lectures that we've gone to, and just to know what to expect the next day, what animals you're going to see and what wildlife you're going to see in what port, what that town is famous
Yeah.
for. It's just really informational. And I too have never done that, but always on Alaska, I do, because it's just really great information. So anyway, and then the last port day is going to be in Victoria, British Columbia. Beautiful town.
So on our last cruise, we had a couple days in Vancouver before we took off on our cruise. We took a ferry one day to Victoria. We didn't get to see Victoria proper.
Because
Mom
we,
has seen it,
yes, I have, and it's
but
wonderful.
we had kind of a limited amount of time. The ferry ride itself was what?
About
It was
an hour and a half.
hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
It was lengthy, and then we went to
Bouchard Garden.
Bouchard Gardens, which was absolutely incredible. And coming from myself, that's something I never really thought I would say about
I didn't expect my son to say that a garden.
a garden.
And just a
But-
quick note: if you've ever been to Epcot in
Yes.
Florida, if you've been to the Canadian Pavilion,
Yep.
the garden there that's in front of Le Cellier,
Is based
Bouchard
on
Gardens was the inspiration for
Yes.
that. But when you see it in person,
Yeah.
it'll give you a different take on the
Absolutely.
Epcot version. So.
Megan and myself have been back to Epcot, and of course, since our cruise, we had to stop in Canada and just check it
Compare.
out. It's beautiful, but it's very, very different.
Yeah.
Seeing the real thing is breathtaking. It's beautiful. It's in an old rock quarry. Some of the gardens.
Yes.
It's massive. It's sprawled out on a lot of land, but there is this section that is in the rock quarry is what I believe the
Oh, it's beautiful.
Canadian Pavilion is based on.
Correct.
I think that's what they're trying to do
Yes.
there.
But they
It's
have
incredible.
Japanese gardens. They
Yeah.
have a rose garden.
Yeah,
We
they
had
have a
a
lot.
really excellent lunch there
Yeah.
at their just counter kind of service restaurant.
Yeah, I think they have a sit down restaurant, but I believe that's only open for dinner. I think that's in the evenings, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes. At least the time of year
So,
we were there. It is
yes.
open all year round.
Yeah.
Megan and I even rode the carousel. It's been a long
They
time
did.
since I rode the carousel.
They rode the carousel, yes.
But
I stayed off on that one and let them have their fun.
But it was good.
Yeah.
But so they say an average is an hour and a half that people are at Bouchard Gardens. I don't know how you do that. We were there over 3 hours.
If you're-
Again, we were blown away by
Yes.
the beauty. So
We were taking it in.
we took our time.
If you're wanting to just go in, see what needs to be seen, and leave, you could probably do it in an hour and a half.
But you
If you're
can't see
just
everything.
walking through everything, you're
Right.
not taking pictures, you're not taking it in, you could get it done.
Of course.
But if this is your one time there, like it was for me, I don't know if I'll be going back. We really wanted to take it in and
Right.
enjoy it, you
Yeah.
know.
But you can, if the port day is long enough, you have time to
Absolutely.
do both. We did not because we weren't at port. We
Yeah.
were ferrying over from
Yeah.
Vancouver.
And Victoria proper, you have more
I do.
info
It's
on that.
great. So when we went to Victoria proper, we loved walking around the town. We went in the Fairmont, which is a very famous, popular hotel there in Victoria. The architecture is beautiful with the government buildings and different things. It's truly a very clean, beautiful town. So I highly recommend, since we will be in port, that you take advantage of both of those things. We had
If
lunch
you
at
have
the
the time.
Fairmont on the porch. I mean, like, what a better, there just isn't a better experience. We
Yeah.
sat there on the porch. We could see some of the government buildings in the distance and the beautiful flowers and landscaping. And it's a beautiful place to have lunch. So it's a great port.
I've seen pictures of when Mother and Eduardo were there, and it really looks
It's beautiful,
incredible.
super clean. It's a
Yeah.
very, very, very clean town.
Yeah.
So we enjoyed it. So then you're back to Seattle,
Yep.
and I don't know if we touched on this, but
We
I would
did.
highly recommend. You definitely want to get to Seattle at least one day early. You could get 2 or 3 days early if you want to see some of the Seattle
Yeah.
landmarks and
Absolutely.
enjoy the city of Seattle. And you could do that before or after the cruise, but you definitely want to get to Seattle on August 13th because you don't want to take any chances with missing the ship on August the 14th.
Don't show up the day of.
No,
I
don't show
don't
up the
think
day of. That would be
that's.
way too stressful.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a good idea. I've seen a lot of videos, articles online of people showing up the day of and getting there 30 minutes, an hour after the ship
It's
pulls
too
the
stressful
gangway
to
up
me.
and
Too
you're not
stressful.
getting on, and there
No,
goes your
there
vacation.
goes your
So
vacation. Yeah.
get there
So
24 hours early, get there 2 days early, 3 days early,
enjoy.
start your vacation early.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a 7-night cruise on the Celebrity Edge. Again, we have great group rates available in many different cabin choices. So we hope that you'll reach out to us for more information on that. We will have.
We'll put both of our contact information in the description box. You guys can reach out to us through email, through phone, whatever works best for you. And love to have you on board with us.